Hello, this is Jerry Hall, educator in Fauquier County, Virginia. Welcome to another episode of Science at Home with Mr. Hall. You'll have to excuse my appearance. I've been on a trail run out here in Whitney Forest in Fauquier County, and I happened upon some interesting things. So here's one of the trails I was running on here, and I noticed that all along this trail are blackberries in various states of ripeness. Now, you can see that this plant is struggling because it's been really dry. So the plant is struggling. There's some browning. The berries aren't quite as full as they usually would be. They're a little smaller in size. So what is a berry? A berry is a fruit, and a fruit is one of the ways that plants are able to reproduce. So what's different about a berry? Well, berries are usually rounded. They're usually very pulpy and juicy, often edible, and usually sweet, and they're often very brightly colored. And the reason for that is that a plant is attempting to reproduce. And the way that a plant that grows a berry reproduces is to have something eat that berry, whether it's a bird or a small rodent or something as large as even a black bear in Virginia. And so the animal eats that berry. And berries often have little seeds inside of them. Blackberries and raspberries do have little seeds inside of them, and when you eat one of them, those seeds are chewy and you can feel them in your mouth. So you chew that, the bird or the rodent or the bear eats the berry, and it tastes delicious to that animal, so they want more. They're attracted to the berries by their color and by their smell sometimes, and by their sweetness. And so they eat that and they digest it, but the seeds do not digest in the berry. They pass through the animal's digestive system, and then they come out in its scat or poop. And a lot of times that poop helps the berry seed take hold in its new location. So a plant like this grows a whole lot of berries because there's a good chance that most of these berries will rot and fall off or not be successful in reproducing. But if a small percentage are, then the plant itself is successful in reproducing. So these are all different colors, and on this blackberry bush you can tell the ones that are ripe by the fact that they're dark. Now a raspberry is often hollow, so that's how you tell the difference. It has a little hollow thing, where this blackberry is full, and you can see it has different pulpy parts to it as opposed to another fruit that might have a pit like a peach or a core like an apple. So these ones are ripe. You have to decide whether or not you're comfortable eating them right off the bush or not. Oh, it's tasty. If I was lost in the woods, I'd be really happy to find something like this. They're a little bitter. Black raspberries are a little sweeter, and there's also red raspberries and other things that you can find. So inside here there's little seeds that you can see. It's kind of hard to see them actually on this video, but I'd have to eat a lot of these, but that's why the plant makes a lot, so it has a better chance of reproducing. So just to recap, a plant reproduces in many ways, and some plants produce something pulpy and juicy called fruit, and little round fruits that are sometimes in little segments, or they have little seeds inside. And they're sweet and colorful, are called berries, and there's lots of varieties of berries. And berries come out in the spring and summer, and right now we're in mid-July, so it's a good time for these blackberries to be out. So go out, find some, get a basket full, take them home. You can eat them in yogurt, or eat them plain, or bake them into a pie or something. So thanks for joining me on another episode of Science at Home with Mr. Hall, and as always, science is all around us.